Hello guys, I'm KS. I'm running the Phison. You may have heard about me from Michael. Actually, I would like to make a visit to your place, but unfortunately right now I don't think anybody can fly to anywhere. So that's why I take the video to try to try to convince you what is Phison, what we are doing, and what is our future. You may know that Phison, we are doing the controllers for the NAND flash. We also take our controllers to combine our NAND to build the modules. So we did a lot of customized module for embedded system. We also have a lot of module for the consumer business. On the other hand, we also have a plan to touch the data center storage business and also enterprise. That's why we are now talking to you. Why Phison we are still able to survive in this business? I think you have to make a study, okay? Phison this is our 20 years. These 20 years, every year Phison making money, making good profit. We just announced our 2019 finance report. Phison we are making like over 1.4 billion dollars business, and the net profit is I'm right, yeah, 145 million US dollars net profit after tax. How can we make it? Look to the 2019 WD. Okay, we just share here. Okay, WD, they're working very hard, but on the other hand, they announced a loss, 1.1 billion profit in the 2019. I think we all agree hard drive last year was in good business, good profit. Means what? Means WD the whole year may lost 2 billion in the NAND flash business, but we are still okay. Why? I think the only reason is Phison we have a very unique business model. We have an IP business, we have a control business, we have a consumer module, embedded module. Now we are going to talk about the data center and enterprise business. This is very unique in this market, and you look to this industrial. They have a few kind of a campaign. They have a semicon, and they have a pure control house. They may have a company who are making the brand in the market. But Phison, we are totally different with anyone in the market. We are only the unique company in this business. So we combine everything. That's the reason. Last year, most of the semicon, they are not doing well in the NAND flash business to make a profit, but we're still doing good. Only one reason, because we have every kind of related business in Phison. This is the way how Phison we survive, how Phison we grow. And we didn't lose any money since the first year after we start up. Every month, we're making a good profit. Every month, we're getting the good revenue. And by the way, every cycle, every NAND flash cycle, Phison grows ourselves. So this is the things I want to let you know. This company, we are healthy, and we have many kind of products. And this to prove this is only way to survive in this foundry fabless business. Okay, this is the one I like to share with you. I like to share with you about the Phison, this company's culture. You know that Phison means 5%. We start from 5 people, and at day one we have less than 10 employees. Now we have close to 2,000 headcount in Taiwan, and we have some close to 200 in China. So from day one, I define this company's culture. The core culture is sharing. What is the sharing? When we made the company start, nobody, including myself, can believe or convince this company can survive until now. And I don't believe this company can make such big money at this moment. But because of all the stuff, they believe the Phison company, the executive, we like to share everything what we gain from this business to all employees. So I always think that Phison, we don't like to have a fixed, heavy salary, monthly salary, because this market up and down. If we have a high, heavy, fixed salary, if economy going worse, then we have to lay off. But in these 20 years, Phison we never lay off any employee, especially in the case year 2008 when the economy bubble. Phison we still didn't fire anybody, lay off anybody, but we keep hiring more people. Because Phison, we have a kind of a reasonable fixed salary, but with the extra of a bonus. And fortunately, Phison at the previous years, we're making a good profit, and company willing to share more profit as a bonus to the employee. So don't worry about Phison, about our fixed salary, but I like to prefer to give more stuff, more bonus from the running the business. And this company culture, by the way, Phison is 20 years old. The average of staff is around 23, 24 years old. So basically we are young. And because we are young, we like to move much faster. We like to work very close together. And we have a very good execution in the company. Then this creates the Phison's very unique culture in this industry. And when you look to the company in the flash industry, of course they have semicon, they have somebody in US, somebody in other. Phison, what I like to say, is very unique. The turnover rate of employee is quite low compared to others. The reason is because we are making money, and personally, executive, we like to share the profit to employee. If Phison we're making a good profit, usually in the US company, the top management, especially the number 1, number 2 person, they took a lot percentage from the total bonus from employee. Phison, we are totally different. We prefer to share more the bonus to everybody, not just only to few people. The CAO, CBO, CXO, we don't care about this. We just care to take care of people. So in the future, if you have time to come to Taiwan to talk to the Phison staff in the local Taiwan, they may tell you more story about this. By the way, I wrote a book about Phison. So from day 1 to 10 years. So if you'd like to take it, I would like to ask Michael to share the book so you can finish within 3 hours. Then you can have a more understanding about Phison, this company culture. There's a question here, why Phison we have a strong execution? I think answer is simple. Basically, we are young. We are very young. We are working very hard. We are not like the 9 to 5 people. Basically, all of the executive, they work, I don't know how many hours they work, except the sleep, basically they are working. Most of people in Phison, we think this business is difficult, challenging. The only way to make ourselves survive is working hard, working smart. So from day 1, these 5 people working 18 hours per day. Now, of course, I don't like people to working every day, every hour. But when something's happened, all the team members, everybody jump in to work together to solve a problem. So the Phison, we are good in execution because, again, from the company culture. The top management, we are not enjoying life. We are not golfing every day, drinking every day, but we are working every day. And we know this industrial, only things what we can do is working hard. The reason is, from day 1, Phison compared with the Samsung or Toshiba, we are much, much behind. The only thing we try to catch the gap is working hard. And now we prove that with the 20 years hard working, now we are, if a semicon is here, looks like, I'm not talking about nameplates, I'm talking about the controlling system. They are here, looks like we may be in the here. So this is to prove that Phison, we're good in execution. By the way, one thing I want to share with you, we are good because the location. We are in Taiwan. Taiwan, basically, you know, they have a very good university. They have a talent. Talent are quite solid. Everybody not talking on the sky. We are, working on the earth. And Taiwan, the location, we have a lot of information from everywhere. Compared to China, Taiwan is more stable. Compared to US, Taiwan is, of course, less innovative, but we are more hardworking and reliable. Compared to India, I think here we have a more trust to the customers and more reliable. So compared to Singapore, the cost here is much, much, much lower. And the industrial, we are here. So the location also helping Phison to grow this business. And the Phison's, our goal, when we like to doing something, right, we always insist to build everything in-house. For example, PCI Gen 3, Gen 4 controllers, the 5 are from in-house. The analog in-house, the digital in-house, integration in-house, thermal simulation in-house, PCB layout in-house, okay? Because we insist we have to manage everything by ourselves, we are not going to license anything from third party. If something wrong, we are not able to solve this by ourselves. But in case if we like to do everything in-house, of course our schedule are behind, but we don't care schedule behind. But now you can see about the Gen 4, right? Last year, Phison is the only one, the Fab Labs, we have a Gen 4 solutions. So now we are the pioneer, we are the leader in the Gen 4, just because we are investing a lot in the R&D resource, and we like to insist to make everything in-house. When you look to this industry in the past 20 years, a lot of controller house starting from US looks like most likely gone. Most likely they shut down or they sell to somebody and fail. There have a lot of controller house in Taiwan, only like Phison, we are here. A lot in China still struggling, and I don't think they can be good in the coming futures. This is about controllers. Talking about modules, a lot of module house, no matter in the US, Korea, Japan, China, Taiwan, India, Singapore, Phison, the only company doing good. Of course, they have a Kingston. Kingston is a brand business. They're doing great. But Phison is kind of unique, but we're doing good. Why is the difference? I think the most different is from day one when I started this company, 2001, when Toshiba visited to Phison, I sincerely invite them to make an investment to Phison. Because from day one, I believe only controllers cannot survive. And this is proven. Only module house is difficult to survive because there's a financing business. So that is proven. The only thing is we have an in-house technology, we have a good support from the NAND flash supplier. Not only supply flash, but also we can share the knowledge, we can co-develop together, and when the flash is ready, Phison solution also ready. So Toshiba is first company to support Phison from day one. The relationship with Toshiba is so important, we keep maintaining this relationship with Kioxia. But except the Toshiba, we still create a good relationship with the Micron. You may heard about that. We are good with the WD, we are good with the Hynix, and we also good with the YMTC from China. Okay. The reason we can be good because Phison, we are purchasing around $700 to $800 million flash per year. So we can be a valuable customers, especially when the market oversupply, they like Phison, they need Phison. Phison also develop a lot of controllers. When they start to ramp up the NAND flash, they need Phison to help them to test their flash via their systems products, and we did. So we need NAND flash supplier as a good relationship, but they also need to have a good relationship with Phison. Look to this. Now in the world, they have seven NAND flash manufacturers. But the third party controller house, how many are survived there? And how many may disappear? Look to the module house. Kingston is one of the biggest. The rest in Shenzhen, they are playing just a cycle. But only Phison, we are growing every cycle. So if talking about the NAND flash supplier, if you're saying that we need more from the NAND supplier, I believe NAND flash supplier, they need more in Phison. So we have to create our own value. We have to keep developing the good controller solutions. We need to consume more NAND flash. Then at the end, we always have a good relationship because they need us. We also need them. People may think that Phison, without only a NAND flash, we cannot survive. I think this is a big, big, big mistake. Look to the semicon. Every year, how much capex? They have to put the money, inject the money into the fab. And when the market turns to bad, they lose money. WD, they lose money. But Phison still making money. Phison, we consume 3 to 4% of NAND flash production in the world. Just 3 to 4. 3 to 4 to Phison, we create 1.4 billion business. So when the day we consume like 6%, we can be 2 billion. But with just 6%, we no need to invest a fab just because of a 6%. Okay, this will kill Phison. Without the fab, Phison can play more dynamic with our controllers, with our IP service, and with our modules. This can help Phison grow every cycle, not like the semicon when the market turned down, everybody dropping. Of course, when market good, they make good money, but the good money, the cash have to inject into the capex again. Phison no need. Every year we're making profit, we share the profit, the money to shareholders and to employees, and keep on hand to develop the business. So we don't have any burden. And as a third party, this is only way to survive in this business. From day one, Phison start with the 30 million NT equal to $1 million US. Just only small money. We developed Phison until now. Phison today, we are close to 2 billion market value, running 1.4 billion revenue, 145 million profit. I believe 2020, our profit can be much, much better than 19. And this company, we don't have any debt from the bank. We run the business with our own cash. We have a campus here. We have a big building here. Everything from our own cash. We still have close to 400 million US cash on hand with an extra 400 million of inventory all by cash. So this company, if I can tell you, we are rich in cash. I never worry about the cash flow because every year we are making money. And we don't need to spend the big money into the factory, no capex. So every year we earn the money, 50 to 55% of cash we share to the shareholders, the rest 10 to 20% we share to employee, and the rest we keep on hand. So company finance is very healthy, and this is only way when the economic crisis, Phison can grow again in this cycle. Phison, we from starting with a USB drive controller and module business. Then we move to the SD, micro SD, eMMC, then embedded, industrial, then with the SATA drive, PCIe controller business. And then we have a lot of SSD for industrial, for auto, and the goal is enterprise and data center. Phison developed their controllers for data centers since 7 years ago. It's a long investment and huge investment, but in the first 4 years we failed because we need to go through the learning curve. Now we are doing something good in the data center, but next we have to keep moving into enterprise. Of course, competitors are all the semicons, they want to do everything by themselves. But Phison, at the end, we still need to have all the data center and the enterprise solution by ourselves because this is company's policy. We need to cover every different interface, every different application of NAND business, including IP, controller, and systems. The reason is we have to start the Colorado office. We like to invite you guys to join us because we have a very good fundamental. We have an IP, we have money, we have a business, we have customers, and looks like we have a less competition. Of course, semicon is a big competitors. Samsung, Intel, or Toshiba is a big guy. But Phison, we are slim, we are dynamic, and we will be good. If Phison have a solution, we prove that every solution Phison can make money. The solution in the other entity, like some company in US, I don't want to name the name, okay? They have a heavy OPEX. They have a less flexibility. They stay in US. We are in Asia. We are dynamic. We know the trend. We're hardworking. We work smart. Then we can make money. So I like you guys to join us to help Phison to move to the next step. Phison, we already have a lot of product line, but now we still need one more extra. It's enterprise controller and enterprise module business. I'm thinking to invest 3 years because Phison basically no hungry. If you are making a startup 3 years, you may have to burn out $50, $70 million. But under Phison's umbrella, I think we know how to run this business. We know how to share cost. Within 3 years, we made a good solution. And after 3 years, people will say, okay, Phison, we have a good solution in the enterprise. And at the past, Phison, we prove every NAND flash solution. When we like to invest, and then we invest, then the product is ready and we become the key player. Look to the EMC, we are key player. Look to the SATA client, PCI client, now we are key players. Look to industrial, Phison is the biggest industrial module supplier in the world. So next will be the enterprise. So welcome to join us. We like to invest, and actually Phison's finance keep telling me invest in US is big money, and I read their forecast for Michael. Yes, it's a big money. But fortunately, Phison in the coming years, we are making good profit. I have confidence to make very good profit. So I like to invest. After 3 years, you guys can show yourself you can make something different under Phison umbrella. Because Phison, we have all the resource you need. And I know how to run this business. Compared to US guy, US company, we are much better to know. But now what we need to get from you is your know-how, your experience. We can spend few years, but the market not waiting us. So I'd like you to join us. We make it together. Thank you.